This is a true story of a loyal and dedicated Delta Airlines frequent flyer, Sky Miles Gold Medallion member, Paul Dr. J. Jacobson, M.D., was assaulted by a Delta gate agent at the Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport, July 2010. Pre-incident. August 2009. Dr. J experiences near sudden death, a massive myocardial infarction, heart attack. 10 out of 10 knife-like piercing intractable pain. Complete obstruction of the left anterior descending coronary artery due to soft plaque rupture and clot formation, also known as the Widowmaker. Heroic measures save Dr. J's life. Give it to me straight, Dr. Jamatis.
Most certainly, Dr. J. Here it is in a nutshell. I've surgically installed in your chest the world's highest energy output implantable cardiac defibrillator in combination with a 3-lead pacemaker. This ICD device delivers 36 joules of energy directly into your heart muscle. The shock threshold for receiving such a massive electronic jolt is set when your ventricular heart rate reaches 150 beats per minute. A word to the wise. You are now truly a computer-controlled, battery-operated, bionic man. Along with your medications, this device is the only thing keeping you alive. Protect it and guard it with your life.
3 weeks after Dr. J's ICD pacemaker installation. The ICD jolt in Dr. J's chest is like being kicked by a mule. Later that afternoon, Dr. J has his annual cancer follow-up PET scan. This would be a bad place for my ICD device to fire. Just minutes after the PET scan is completed, Dr. J gets dressed.
Oh my God, what just happened? It's like a scene right out of the Exorcist movie.
Dr. J is skittish in crowds for fear of inadvertent contact with his ICD pacemaker device. The International Brotherhood of Magicians Annual Convention. I've never seen so many magicians in one place at the same time. I'll need to exercise an overabundance of caution. Dr. J's ICD pacemaker is protected only by a thin layer of skin and a few gray hairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, Delta Airlines is sorry for your delayed departure out of Milwaukee. We apologize for the late arrival into Minneapolis-St. Paul. Ground agents are aware of the late arrival and will be at the gate for assistance and to provide connection information. Due to our late arrival, please allow those passengers with a connecting flight to deplane first.
I hope our connection is at a nearby gate.
No gate agent, no ground assistance, no reader board for directions, no transportation. Wishful thinking. Typical Delta confusion. The left hand not knowing the right hand. After a frantic search for connecting flight information. Oh no, we depart from a different concourse. No time to spare. Let's hustle. Absent any Delta assistance, Dr. J and Irene scurry through the airport from concourse to concourse, carrying their bags. Dr. J struggles due to his delicate heart condition. Come on, Irene. I know it's tight, but I think we can make it. Dr. J and Irene arrive at gate G2. Dr. J is exhausted as he hunches over the counter with gate agent Chandler Gregg.
I'm sorry, but your first-class seats 1A and 1B were literally just given away to a couple of passengers on the upgrade list.
They learn that their booked first-class tickets were just given away by the female gate agent on Dr. J's right, Patricia Moss. In the event of a late connection, the confirmed assigned seats are always held for the connecting passengers, who may ultimately arrive in time for the flight. Once the boarding door closes, if the vacated seats are due to the passengers missing the connection, then the gate agent can authorize the onboard leader to offer the vacant seats to other passengers on the upgrade list.
Again, I'm sorry you lost your first-class seats. We can protect you, but you'll have to go out on the next available flight, which is 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. The alternative is I could put you on this flight right now in the general coach section.
Do it! I'll sit in the lavatory for the entire flight if I have to.
Great. I've assigned you seats 21D and E. Go ahead and immediately board the plane. I don't have time to print out your boarding passes. The other gate agent will escort you to your seats.
Gate Agent Chandler Gregg points to the other gate agent, Patricia Moss.
Here, call this number during regular business hours on Monday. There may be something that Delta might offer to do for you.
Dr. J notices from a distance that Agent Moss was intently observing the entire interaction at the counter from her position at the breezeway boarding door entrance. Hey, what were those first-class seat numbers that were given away?
Seats 1A and B.
Dr. J motions to his right. Irene, are these the two first-class seats we just lost?
Hold it! Hold it right there. Don't move. I'll throw you off this damn flight right now.
Oh shit, she's out of control.
I'll call in a negative report to the Sky Miles desk and have them put a black mark on your medallion status history.
Dr. J backs up as far as he can to avoid Moss's direct physical contact with his sensitive ICD pacemaker device. Dr. J is totally trapped. There is no escape, no way out. The aggressive confrontation and perceived sense of imprisonment triggers a sudden catecholamine surge. Dr. J is in fear for his life and experiences an acute panic anxiety reaction. Elevated heart rate, chest tightness, palpitations, feelings of impending doom, dissociated state, overwhelming apprehension, feelings of helplessness, diaphoresis, dyspepsia, a sense of loss of control. Adding insult to injury, Irene notices the newly assigned seats are occupied by 2 passengers.
There are already people sitting in our seats.
Shut up! I'll deal with you next.
Ms. Moss is surrounded by fellow Delta employees and slowly begins to de-escalate. Ms. Moss is escorted off the plane by a fellow Delta flight attendant and continues verbalizing disparaging remarks towards Dr. J, having no regard for the nearby passengers, including minors observing the incident.
They're probably just FOs.
Huh? What's an FO?
He's a f***ing asshole.
The Wall Street Journal, Thursday, February 3rd, 2011.
Due to unforeseen circumstances, I regret to inform you that we are experiencing a short delay on our departure time.
Andrea Roberts, onboard lead flight attendant, returns to visit Dr. J after escorting Agent Moss off the plane.
I sincerely apologize on behalf of Delta Airlines. This type of behavior is totally inappropriate and unacceptable. I want you to know that Delta stands for Delta Employees Love Their Airline. Please don't allow this unfortunate experience to spoil your overall impression of Delta Airlines. I'll be discussing what I observed with the pilot and first officer.
If I dial 911 or even 311, I'll stir up a revolt with the other passengers. Better not. Dr. J simply requests that Agent Moss be written up for the incident.
I promise I'll do so. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Why, yes. Thank you. I'll have a Jack Daniels and a Diet Coke, please. Dr. J elects to self-medicate with an alcoholic beverage for rapid deployment of anxiety reduction. Actually, make that a double Jack Daniels, on the rocks, with that Diet Coke on the side. That was a heck of a Delta Doozy.
Absolutely. It would be my pleasure.
She sure has the right stuff. A Delta unsung hero. Epitome of knock-your-socks-off customer service. A Delta champion like that should definitely be cloned.